Being an alumni of Life University, there is such a warm feeling in my heart to be back on campus. Plus with all the trials and tribulations that went on from the last time that I was here, to see it not only grow but thrive, I'm absolutely very excited, and I just want to say congratulations to all of you for being here. Seriously, this is my first time to be here since all of the turmoil happened, and walking around campus, it's nice to know that it didn't only survive, it truly is thriving. And it's wonderful to feel the principle alive and well, and I'm so excited for the next generation of chiropractors, and that you guys are here and you're devoted, and it's in here, it's alive. And so thank you for making this happen. The name of my talk is going to be Advancing the Reach of Chiropractic Integrity. And in order for me to really give you a good understanding of where I want to go with this, I want to give you a little understanding of my background. This is I look the same, don't I? 1998. This is my family in 1998. That beautiful woman next to me, my wife, is a second-generation chiropractor. Her father was a chiropractor. Those two beautiful beings are our children, Anthony and Angela. She now goes by the name Jewel. They were home births. The story was phenomenal. Allison tells me, I want you to be naked during the birth as well. If you're married to a chiropractor, this is how you are inducted into the philosophy. Now, I'm into visualization. So instantly, I saw myself and her naked and got the hint that there wasn't going to be a midwife. And there wasn't. And we delivered these two beautiful babies at home, alone, unassisted. And that was the power that she had and the belief that she had in the philosophy of chiropractic, and it was beautiful. Now, I can't say, not being a second-generation chiropractor, that I was as strong philosophically, but having gone through that experience, and resonance-wise, that's why we married. I mean, obviously, inside me, this was supposed to happen. You understand, right? It was meant to be this way. In 1998, which is when this picture was taken, she passed away. Now, brain infection, right? So you're sitting here and you're trying to find your way. And there are these two beautiful kids that here you meet this woman, you fall in love, you make love, everything is amazing, right? In chiropractic life, we're going to go, this is going to be perfect. And then in 1998, something like this happens. Well, your faith at this point is really taken. I mean, you have to understand. And the leading up to her passing is even more fascinating, is that she always had fears of hospitals. She never wanted to be in a hospital. And we were to the point where her body didn't seem as though, this is where your philosophy kicks in, didn't seem as though it was grabbing a hold of the infection. And so we went to the hospital, and within 20 minutes, she was gone. So now we ask, was it going to the hospital that supported her passing, that promoted it? Was it not going sooner? Was it her mind that, she hated hospitals so much that as soon as they started doing all the aggressive things, that she just checked out? Now, you could philosophize about these questions, but when you are the man left, and you're trying to pick up and go on, and you're saying, wow, who was this woman? Where did she come from? And now she left, and here are these two beautiful babies. And these babies are looking up to me going, what now, Dad? Right? That's it. And I'm sitting there like, damned if I know. It's almost like the whole rug came out from underneath you. And it's one of those things that you never know how strong you are until you go through a process like that. Well, my son supported this whole process because the night that it happened, I said, everybody's got to leave, I got to tell them. So I go in and I said, all right, it's going to be the hardest thing I'm ever going to have to tell you. He was 5 at the time. This was just months before. And I said, look, Mommy passed today. And he took my hand, put it on his chest, that little man, held me until I started to sob like a baby. Now I'm bawling, and I'm going, this is surreal. This is absolutely 100% surreal. I'm supposed to be supporting him. And then when I'm done, as you know processes are, I get up, and I'm all done, and I look at him, and he is as strong could be, at 5. It was then that I realized it's for the kids. And I realized I had a purpose and a mission, and that I was given this incredible sacred trust, and it was for the kids. This is where the philosophy of chiropractic is going to carry you, or if you're not grounded in the philosophy of chiropractic to the degree that it holds you the way it held me, it'll reveal itself. You'll start to crumble. You'll start to fall. So, my talk, being called Advancing the Reach of Chiropractic Integrity, is more for you than it is the people that you serve. Because it's going to serve you in ways that you cannot even imagine. More to come about my personal story later. First, do no harm. A principal precept taught to all medical schools. When you see this picture, how shocking is this? I got this from Barbara Lowe Fisher's website, the 909 Shot. When you see this picture, you realize that in our culture, we have forgotten that it really is about the children, that it's about the healthcare. We got so wrapped up in the business of healthcare that we forgot about the principles of healthcare. And here we are, right, a community of chiropractors and chiropractors to be, trying to find our way. And let me tell you, 15 years out in the field, and I'd like to believe that I've developed over those 15 years, I am still a child trying to find my way. There is still a newness, there is still a mystery, and I love that, but the devotion that it takes when you are a chiropractor is not only impressive, it is so rewarding. And if nothing else, I wanted that to be my message to you when we conclude here today. So let's look at integrity. What is integrity? We're talking about advancing the reach of chiropractic integrity. That sounds great. It's a great soundbite, but what does that really mean? Well, integrity is a state of being whole, sound, complete, or unimpaired. That means it's in its natural state, in its most optimal state. You know, you see the clinic over here, right? Optimal performance. I mean, that's what it's about. When you are at that optimal state, you are expressing the grandest expression of your own integrity. And there are gradients of health that you can express. Philosophically, we're going to get into a lot of discussions around what is health and what is not health. But I wanted to move on first, helping us to define what is chiropractic. And I think this is a real personalized question. This is a great image because, to me, it represents man is physical to man is spiritual. And chiropractic for me has always been about supporting the connection. Now there are going to be arguments for as long as there is life around what is chiropractic. And if we look at the definition of hard bone on a soft nerve, it's not a bad definition. It's not a bad understanding because as an analogy, as a metaphor, it explains what is going on when there is disconnection. There's a decrease in function. And when there is a connection, there's an increase in function. And chiropractic is about supporting connections. It's about removing any type of interference so that you can express the more favorable expression of health. Now, as chiropractors, I was at the Vitalism Conference, and I heard some stats that were staggering around how 6% of the patients really understand or get the chiropractic philosophy the way we get it. And it was brought to our attention as chiropractors that we're not doing a very good job in communicating chiropractic. Well, I want to say that I absolutely disagree with that assessment. Maybe the numbers are correct, but I believe the communication of chiropractic is a very personalized thing. And when someone is coming to you because they're not feeling well, it's not really appropriate to lecture them about the philosophy and the wisdom of chiropractic. Sometimes when you're serving people, when you're getting out of the way to serve, and you're being compassionate, you're sharing your humanity, you're doing things that you never thought in a million years that you'd ever do. Because in chiropractic, if it really is about removing the subluxation, it's about supporting that connection. Raise your hand if that sounds right to you, if you agree with that. Cool, very cool.